has.
There goes the ambulance again. A terrible lot of people don't realise that when they ring 999 for the ambulance, or even before that they get through to the fire brigade. It's the fire brigade that run the accident and emergency service in the city. There's an awful lot of people don't know that.
What's been called?
Bobo. 3-1, Paddy. Up here. Hospital hanging now, so. What happened here? Right, go ahead.
Delta 3-1 is mobile.
3-4, can you head for the Merchant's Quay beside the Riverbank courthouse? That's a person hanging there, over.
Hospital hanging. We expect anything till you get there. You hope it's not the worst scenario.
It is the Riverbank courthouse. There, it says on it, yeah. Yeah, well, this is the building. This is it here.
I can't open the door. I was trying to open the door. And I can't open it.
Get the phone.
At the moment, they got to go and search 1, 2, 3. 3 stories over a basement for a possible hanging. That lady, as you can see there in the background, she was the one that gave in the call.
Hold on. No, stay there. Don't go in there.
No, I'm not going in there.
No, wait.
I'm not going in there.
Hold on a minute. Stay up there. Where say you go?
My son was pregnant by him, and I know it says in there, right?
She suspects that her boyfriend has hung himself inside this building. Get some lights.
Right.
Get some lights, Vicky. Get some torches, will you?
Keep no floor up here.
Just watch your foot with the nails.
Watch yourself there, lads.
Anything, John?
There's a sleeping right here. I thought there was something in that, actually, but I don't think there is, really.
Is it all blocked up there, is it?
I don't
This
think
is
there
all-
Hold on a minute, one place, no one looked. No, it's blocked up.
How is it, right?
No, give me the torch here. Come down here. Who's that there?
The basement door, right?
Yes, recheck
Ground floor.
Yes.
Rechecked, right?
Top floor.
Recheck the basement, the whole lot.
Okay, there's a
Judas gate.
there's a hole upstairs in the very top floor from this building into the next building.
See, she maintained he came in the front door, but he couldn't get in, John. He said he clicked in the panel, but you can't.
She's fairly well stressed out now at this stage.
If I want to go upstairs, you up there?
We're not being downstairs. A load of tins and sleeping bags down there. With the people in
Yeah,
here.
I know, yeah.
You can't go- you
It's
can't.
upstairs,
Listen,
it's
you
bad,
can't
it's
go upstairs.
I know where to sleep.
Listen, you stop with it.
Nobby, were you down the basement?
Is there anybody out the back there? You see, she said they use the side entrance there.
She said her friend rang her and told her that her boyfriend was going in there to hang himself. We thought when we arrived that somebody had actually seen somebody hanging. It was much more definite than that.
Maybe half a dozen times a year we get possible hangings in different parts of the city. Sometimes they're real, other times it's just what it is usually a person maybe with under stress. But you're saying
Get trying to go behind there.
No, but which way did you get in?
How did you get in? That door, that one, I don't know.
didn't go in that one.
Panel is broke, and that panel was broke. And I go there, I choose like that.
This sort of thing is so obscure, you'd never think of mentioning it, that people say, what do you do in the fire brigade? You'd never think of this, you know, it's so off the wall that you say cats out of trees and fires and all that. This sort of thing happens regularly.
No. No. Loads of sleeping bags down there.
The old blankets and that.
Yeah.
She
He went in
inside.
there, but he couldn't get in because there's 2 metal bars behind that door, and he can't get in that door.
No, he wouldn't have got in that panel
No.
as you were saying there.
He didn't. He's had to do on a scarper.
Well, you can't now go in at the moment. Listen to me. I want to get some information. You're telling me that he's in there, right? But you're not telling me how exactly you know.
It's just an everyday occurrence, that's all. You have to investigate it. The same way you get a call, someone in the liffey, you come down, you could be looking in the liffey for 2 or 3 hours and there'll be no one in there. You just have to come and that's it.
There's nothing here. Supposedly somebody hanging themselves. No, can't find that.
She said it was a boyfriend. I'd say scarper.
I'd say it is, I know.
Ah, she did, because she maintained he went in through the panel of the door. She couldn't possibly go in because there's big iron bars in the panel, he couldn't get in. I'd say at some stage, the man next door now, the little man, the caretaker down here, he told me they used to get in there, but he blocked up that door in here. Where are they going? No.
He's still searching this building area.
Ah, he is, yeah. Up down there.
Right, we're out of here.
Is there someone come upstairs?
Murphy's Law being what it is, your man probably would have been hanging in there if he'd have just walked off, so you have to break in and see what the story is and make sure there is nobody dead, you know?
All right, there's nobody there. The basic story is that they done a check down through the whole building and there was nothing found. Somebody told her that her boyfriend was hanging in the building down there. He's not there. We handed it over to the guards, and that's the position now at this point in time.
Now, your man may have intended on going down there and hanging himself, but when he got there, I imagine he's after discovering that he can't get in.
Say there's some way of getting in now. 21:46.
Yeah.
He might, you know, if he's not depressed, he might go somewhere else, just do something else tonight to himself, you know. It only remains to be seen whether we're called to it, you know.
Three 5 closing down now. Closing down to 3-5.
That's the 3-1 closing down.
That have the 3-1.
Three, four, go ahead.
The 3-4, can you head for Marshall Spencer's there on Mary Street, over?
Marks and Spencer's, Mary Street. Roger, on our way.
The amount of hangings that you will get in a year is fairly high. Occasionally we are in time, but very rarely. When we go to a hanging, it's actually the individual has made their mind up completely, and it's only just through luck that we get individuals, either from the point of view of they haven't anticipated the amount of stretch that would be in the rope that they're hanging themselves with, and they actually would end up with their feet on the ground.
We were called to a person lying on Mary Street. So it ended up they were lying on Liffley Street, and the first person we stopped was lying on the ground. He didn't want an ambulance.
Would you do that first then, if you could, please? Just put your feet under you.
Listen, hold on. Do you want to go to the hospital, do you?
No, I just want to go home.
Where do you live?
I want to go live in home.
You want to go where?
Just to go home and better than decent.
You want to go home, do you? No, well, you can't sit here. You'll only be taken away by the guards.
Don't care. I just want to go home and
What?
Every walk of life you see, from the poor to the rich, so every level of society. So you see drugs, you see alcohol abuse, you see anything under the sun where there's tragedy involved. So sometimes it's hard like that, you know, but just accept it and get on with the next shout.
Them babies.
Where are they now? Did you ring for an ambulance?
Yeah.
You rang for an ambulance, it's not you.
Yeah. That's my sister-in-law. She's married to my brother. Do you understand that? But if I didn't call an ambulance, we're left there to die. My mother, she died on the path. My mother, do you understand? My mother, she got murdered on the path the same way that she would have died, the same way. But I wouldn't let it happen to her.
Yeah, just put your head down there and relax. You want to go up there?
I love all brothers. Yeah, I love them too. See you, hold you careful. Go shut up. Go home.
This ambulance has the area it's in, it's a fairly old area. It has loads of hostels and there's alleyways in around them all over the place. And you get a lot of problems with alcohol in around these hostels.
Come on, relax. Here, relax. What?
The ambulance men came to take us. When we asked them to come to take us, they came to take us. They didn't treat us like we were anybody. They just took us what we are. Do you understand? Like if the police came, they take us for we're travellers, we are knockers. But he would take us for like what we are. You might understand, but I do understand. See, I have a little boy who died with leukemia on me. Do you know? And he died with leukemia on me. And the only thing that took him was the ambulance man. The ambulance man took him. The ambulance man treated us.
Probably have a hangover, but that's about it.
It makes you sick though.
A lot of people don't realise that the ambulances you see buzzing around Dublin City, 99% of them are firemen. We do all sorts of things, from the mundane, going out and washing oil off the road after a car crash, putting out skips on fire, putting out rubbish on fire, chimney fires, getting people out of lifts, taking bodies out of rivers.
Years and years ago, I brought a cross into the station. Because every time you go out that door, a lot of people don't realise this, you mightn't come back. That's the type of job it is. It can happen, and it did happen to firemen. So I brought a cross in, and I put it up here on the wall, just for safety. And the cross disappeared. I don't know where the cross went to. Now, that was a good few years ago. And if you look up there now, you can see the shape of the cross on the wall.
Sitting here talking away, and the bells can go, and you could be going to anything. You could be going to rubbish on fire, you could be going to a multiple car crash, you could be going to a chimney fire, a house on fire. God forbid the next Stardust could happen in 2 seconds' time.
You see the cross there now. The shape of the cross on the wall, perfect. And it's there years and years, and it never lost that shape on that wall. So you wouldn't know what it means.
I'm the district officer over the C district, and most nights now I would sort of drive around the business area downtown. Yeah, you never know what you might find, you know. You get the occasional guy coming off a bike, or maybe a small crash or whatever. It can help sometimes if you're on the scene earlier to give the lads a bit of let's say insight before they're coming. When they're coming up to a case, if you could tell them, I could actually tell them what was happening.
He's having trouble flexing the arm.
His leg is very sore as well.
His accident's go, he was very, very lucky, considering where he ended up.
Oh, he's okay. He's okay. He's fine.
When we just arrived here, it seemed he got knocked off a motorbike. I think that's it over there. So I don't know if it was a hit and run. But 3-2 got here before us.
Keep the board under. Right, now, let it back to us.
2, 3. I'd say the weather we have tonight now, we'll probably be out all night because it's very bad now. As you see yourself. Right chance.
Very good, thanks very much.
Awkward situations are our job. You can get a car crash. There's a man in the car and there's a child seat in the back. You see the child seat and you know that this guy has kids at home. And all of a sudden it's getting personal then because you get in there, you do whatever work has to be done to save this guy. And once you do that, that's your job done and you do that as best you can. But you can't start to look into his personality and start to worry about him as a person. You're worrying about him as a casualty, as a means to doing your job, I suppose you could say. As I say, like, you can get good days and bad days. You could go out there and get 5 or 6 fatalities in one day. I mean, if you were still thinking about the first one, how would you deal with the fourth? You can't keep thinking about the people you get killed.
If it happens, that through no fault of yours, that you don't save a person or something like that, even though you know yourself, you know in your heart and soul that there's nothing whatsoever you could have done about it. You've done your best. Nobody could have asked you to do anything more. But at the end of the day, you weren't successful. Well then, that's a big downer to anybody in the job. We'd often come back here now and the atmosphere in the place is really down as compared to normal. Well, when we're in here normally we haven't a bit of crack. There's a good atmosphere in here, but when you go to a fire and something serious happens and maybe somebody doesn't make it, it's a bit of a downer for the lads.
I'm cleaning the blood off this headboard from the last action we're not being at. You see there, you know, I'll get a bit of disinfectant then in a few minutes and hope to get it all off. You get used to blood. You get to the stage, it doesn't bother you. That's your job.
Echo, we have a fire, smoke at the fire between Sandwich Street lower and Townsend Street lower.
There's a call coming in now from the adjoining district there in the Echo district. That'll be just downtown on Tower Street. And there's smoke issuing from a building. Someone has reported it. Smoke issuing from a building in Westland Row.
Time means nothing in here. Like I'm 35 years now, going on 36 in November. And I can remember the first day I come in here, the 18th of November 1963, and I walked in the gates of Tower Street Fire Station to train as a fireman. I can remember that day very well. And it's only like yesterday. That's what I tell young lads here, to make the best of it. Because times changed. Now, that's not too bad.
About the 104. Go ahead.
How is this? 104 there, lads. 104 there, Davey.
Yeah. No. Right.
Yeah, DO Echo now to driver of 106. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We have a lot of people sleeping in this apartment block, and we have a frying pan with some, it looks like rashers and sausages after being cremated. It's a very dangerous situation to be in. And the poor guy is asleep here watching telly, watching the late night movie. No problem. Dear Charlie to 106, Bravo. Yeah, we want an ambulance in here quickly, an ambulance. It looks to be just one person with a smoke inhalation. That's grand. That's a deadly situation there. He had no smoke alarm in the apartment, and that guy has got a second chance. He's got a second bite of the cherry there. Now, if I was him in the morning, I'd go out and buy a half a dozen smoke detectors. He's gambling hard, that fellow. But seriously, that was a very serious situation there. We had a frying pan on, and I'd say given an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and that guy would have been overcome. As it was now, he's he'll have a thumping great headache in the morning because he's taking in a lot of smoke there.
Passing the back of Taylor Street. Call 102, they're on their way to us there any minute.
All right there. Yeah, can you stand up for me? Let's have a look at him.
I feel dizzy.
You feel dizzy?
He clapped twice and he had a few points he didn't take out, and I tell you, Brigade, switch days.
He didn't take out. What? You can't see where you are?
Maybe. Go ahead, 102. Yeah, the ambulance.
Drugs is a big problem around Dublin City, you know. There wouldn't be a shift on the ambulance where you wouldn't get a heroin user. Problems just seems to be getting worse. Obviously, it's freely available out there. I've seen mothers on it with young children, and like kids would be deprived because of it. Be the same kind of with alcohol abuse, you know. You've gone into houses where the only thing on the parents' mind would be alcohol, and the children would suffer. So it's a very sad part of life.
Now the 3-4 at the hospital.
3-4.
You'll be all right.
This is the room now, the dormitory as it's called, for the ambulance. But we probably won't get to see it tonight. You know, it's been fairly busy.
3-5 closing down now.
You spend actually so much time with the lads here. It's like a second family to you. I mean, we all actually know each other's good points and the bad points, and we just get along very, very well as a team.
Like there was a time, and Gerald would tell you there, when we come in and you were in stations, substations, and during the winter's night, it was a bucket of coal you got for the night to keep the fire going.
That's right.
Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
Yeah,
How many T-shirts have you got from around the world?
The fella gave me one here, he come in.
No, how many have you got in total?
Most of them are American.
How many have you got?
I suppose I have about 7 or 8 American. I have lovely ones. You won't see the ones I have then.
Oh, you have 37 now, Lem.
Yeah, but you know the right thing to do with mine.
Well, I have some wine in cases already.
Yeah,
Making
a
a
picture
patch,
frame.
patch filter.
And where do you go to get them done?
Buy the picture frames.
Oh dear.
Well, you have some T-shirts in picture frames.
T-shirts and picture
Yeah.
frames.
Yeah.
That must be very exciting.
Well, every man to his own.
Right.
You see us slagging some of the older guys, you know, it shouldn't be in the job and all this, messing fellas messing and all that. They've done so much more than I have done or probably ever will do, because in their day, there was big fires, house fires every day, every night. We're getting a lot less than that now. So these guys have done so much more than I will ever do. So when they say something, it's an idea to listen.
You bring it to bed.
I'm not going to bed, I'm just going to throw myself on the mattress. Just, as you know yourself, I'll be in there now and I'll be like a coil spring. The bell will go off and out.
You don't forget how to be a fireman. You know? If you've done it, you still know how to do it. It's a fool that sort of ignores the advice of a senior man.
Control to Delta 3-1. Will you now go to a 5-foot pump for Department of Education, Marlborough Street, over?
Now, in one, it's another day in the life
of the D-Watch team.
Dublin Fire Brigade was called to the scene shortly after 5 o'clock this morning. They found the building, one of two Department of Education buildings at Marlborough Street, completely ablaze.
Oh, the building is totally, the four walls are standing, but the entire building is gutted.
The alarm was raised by the local Gardaí on foot patrol. As you can see, it's going well gone.
We have no idea as to the source of the fire. That will come with investigations. That will come with investigations. It's a very dangerous part of the fight. If you look through the bottom window there, you'll see the debris is starting to build up. So our job now is just to drench this now and contain it.
We have no idea where the fire started, but it ran through the building. At the moment now, the floors are coming down in it, so we have it surrounded. We've 8 pumps in attendance, 2 turntable ladders. No, the building was unoccupied. The building was unoccupied, and to our knowledge, there was no one in it. As I said, some of the floors and staircases are coming down now. Some of the floors and the staircases are collapsing. RTE and the radio stations have got hold of it. So the mobilisation officer has asked me just to give him a brief synopsis of what's happening.
The building is actually very dangerous now at this stage. It's very easy for it to collapse. The supports of the floors are gone.
It's exceedingly hot now. The roof collapsed in a couple of places. The gas cylinder is just gone. And it's hot in there. If a building is irrevocably lost, and you know it's lost, you do your best to save the premises either side of it. That's what our job's about. We don't roll up, yoo-hoo, big fire, let's gallop in and all get burnt. No. That's not it at all. I mean, this is not London's Born. This is not Backdraft. This is real.
At the moment now, Niamh is up there on the top of the ladder, so she's getting loads of smoke. But it's good, you get a good overview of the fire, you can see exactly what's going on, and she's up there putting water on it. She's getting moved around by the pump. The appliance driver, he can shift her to wherever he wants it to go, you know. When it goes up to the full 100 feet and you're over a fire, you feel the heat coming up the tree, you know. But as I say, the heat's gone out of that now. I'd say you could feel the heat earlier on, all right.
Actually, this is a fine building, and it's a shame to see it burnt to this stage. You have timber piled up, possibly 4 or 5 foot high there, and still smouldering. We'll have to get in and take that out bit by bit. One of the main dangers of a building like this at this stage is that a lot of water has lodged above. This is the water actually that we've put on the building and it's still working its way down. A few of the lads are going across the road now at this point. They're over the Father Pat across the road and they're getting a cup of tea to replenish those fluids.
Well, so far I can't complain. I've been stuck here all the time since I arrived here at 20 past 5 this morning. I'm still here, but we're at to have a nice cup of tea now at the Pro Cathedral. Father Pat, fair play, went in and organised tea for us all.
Fine.
Famous, you well?
Yeah, mate.
I'm super.
You happy?
Oh, well, it was whipping it up there.
Build a ladder.
Freshly there.
Thanks very much. Nothing like a good cup of tea after a fire, what?
Not at all.
How are you?
You're like a mother hen to us.
How are you? Underrunning the hose, you have to do it because you can't roll the hose up if there's any water in it. So you have to underrun it and run all the water out of it. So it'll be nice and flat and you can run it up, roll it up nice and easy. Brian! Just pull the end of that, will you?
I'm sure whoever comes can take it.
Well, there's 5 lengths going around the back anyway, so...
Yes, that's yours, that's okay.
You're right, you have it all there. There's a bit of a knack to this. If you get it wrong at the start, it ends up like a big bowl of spaghetti. Bit of practice, and it goes fine.
We're down to 2.2.
And I'm a bit depressed because Dublin was beaten yesterday by Kildare. Tom! There you are now, there you are now, there you are now, there you are. Tom, you look very smart this morning.
Thanks very much, Shane. As always, do my best, you know. This is the calm before the storm. We're only starting out now.
We've done one case already, and this chap was he's a habitual drug user, he was. And as a matter of fact, he was hepatitis C positive. Now, we are not actually immune to that. We've gotten inoculations
For A and B, isn't it?
for A, hepatitis A and hepatitis B, but we haven't got the one for C, and that's the one he had tonight, so we've had to be careful.
All the lads going to have a shower now, freshen themselves up, maybe have a cup of tea.
We got a later in there. Yeah, an escalator.
Our pulpit goes up.
Yeah.
You see that stroke, look? There's not a bit missed, look. See, look, that's perfect, look.
He does train himself to the radiator, he does, in the winter. We can't get him to move at all from radiators in the winter.
I remember the first time, it was only a few months in the job, it was in Tara Street. And I had to do what I'm doing now, mopping the engine room out in Tara Street. And I came along at that time, and I stood on a mop like that, on a shore, squeezed it out. And an old district officer, Larry Gutham, he's dead now, he nearly charged me for standing on the mop. And he called me over, he said, I'm going to show you how to wring out a mop, he says. And he got his hands like that into the bucket. And that's how I learned it. That's how I learned it.
God knows where those hands were.
Yeah. He nearly charged me. It was only a few months in the job. That was before these lads, before they ever came. They didn't know what the fire brigade was.
Oh, Liam is fire engine mad. He's absolutely fire engine. He loves the fire brigade. He really does. He eats, sleeps and drinks fire brigade.
Yeah, I watched the engines yesterday. And my job now is on the gate today. And I'm going to be in there mopping up. I'm going up now for maybe a cup of tea.
There's the fireman's prayer.
When I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save some life, whatever be its age. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me, to guard my every neighbour and protect his property. And if according to my fate I am to lose my life, please bless with your protecting hand my children and my wife. Ah, yeah, it's very sad.
That deserves a round of applause, I think.
That's the fireman's prayer.
Being in the fire brigade, it is like a second family to a certain degree, because of the fact you're here 15 hours at night, and you tend to talk a lot more about what's going on in your own life with the fellas you work with, rather than if you were just seeing them for 4 or 5 hours during the day. And you're constantly working. Whereas if you have time to sit around and chat in the fire station, you can, if you have any problems, I mean, there are a few agony aunts in the place who will listen to you, you know, and gladly take on board what you have to say.
A masterpiece, isn't it? What? He says we're going inside to take off our boots and go in our stocking feet so we don't dirty his floor. That's lame.
Okay, I have that, thank you. Well, what they said was that's a lady lying on the ground on the floor inside the house.
Delta 3-4 to 10 is over.
Fran, cancel floor 2. Now.
This is my neighbour, right? My niece was going out, and next of all, her hand was banging at the window. She had fallen between the bed there and the window.
Yeah. Did you hurt yourself when you fell?
I just slipped off the chair.
Do you want to come up as far as Beaumont Hospital?
No.
We got full power in your hands and...
Yeah, well, squeeze me hand there, missus, yeah. Ah, that's grand, Jez, yeah, that's grand. Yeah, sure you don't want to come down with us now? Because there's
I do.
There's no problem to us to bring you up. Well, we'll just keep an eye on her. If there's any problem at all, just call us out.
She doesn't want to go. Oh, no.
Well, the best thing to go in and have a cup of tea, right, for yourself, and just relax.
You're grand. You've got to be grand, okay?
Right. We'll go after.
You get hardened in this job to a lot of people's pain, because you're dealing with it all the time. But I won't forget my first incident when the bombs went off. And the thing that I remember most about is going over Butt Bridge and the second bomb went off and the plume of smoke went up and Liberty Hall shook. See, I still remember the window shaking at Liberty Hall. Of course, we were going towards the incident and I felt like going the other way. You know? But once you arrive, you just have to do what you're paid for, and that's it.
Fire can be very scary. Very, very scary. But you'll find as the years go by that the longer you're in the job, you seem to get this kind of sixth sense about fires, and you begin to treat them with a lot of respect. You know.
I was actually out on the ambulance when before the calls came in for the Stardust, and we were passing by, and we seen the smoke. We thought it was the timber yard, and we carried on with our own case until the calls started to come in. And as we arrived at the hospital, the first casualties started to arrive in taxis. The taxis that were at the Stardust at the moment took the first of the casualties. And of course, when the staff seen these people coming in, the black faces and injured and so on, they knew they were going to be in for a busy night. Which it was, of course, and it was a tragic night too. 48 people killed. We actually took one couple out of the Stardust, and they were clung to each other and melted to, you know what I'm saying? They were dead and clung to each other. And when you're moving them, you have to move them out of the building, and the smell just sticks with you forever, you know. It's a terrible thing.
You see everything. Every different way people live, the way people die. I had everything possible that a person could die from, between shooting, stabbings, under trains, under buses, electrocutors, hangings, everything. And I'm still here.
They're 51.
Hold on, guys.
Cover on this. How are you, Mom? How's it going?
All right. Okay.
You fell, was it?
Okay.
I crawled down to bed because it's solid.
Right.
And I still couldn't get my legs up.
Up, right, yeah. Power's gone.
Power is gone.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Just put this
Now, if I put the chair in behind her. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. How's that? Is that better?
Now, there.
No. Can we get her back a little bit more there?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Perfect.
Now we bring.
No, we're going to bring the chair out for you, all right?
Please.
Okay.
Victor is in great danger.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
It's great. It's marvellous, isn't it?
Oh.
Now, there. You'll be able to watch the tennis match there, look.
Oh God, it's
No.
Now.
You want that chair put in there?
I have to have it in there.
In there, right, okay.
Haven't been out of the street as 12 months, 18 months.
Have you a nurse come in?
Oh, I'm not having a team of nurses. I'm under Dr. Noel and Dr. Phibsboro. I'm there for the last 3/4 of an hour, ringing around their friends, and there's none of them there. Because, I mean, it's Friday, and they have to do the bits and scraps.
Right, yeah.
May God bless you, and say a prayer for you.
Okay. All right?
Thanks.
We leave you. All right?
Very
You all right now?
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
thank you.
right.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
God bless.
Bye now. Bye.
God
Thanks.
bless. Bye-bye, love. Thank you.
Yeah, we often get called out to cases like that where the elderly people have either fallen or are unable to get from one point to another, and we assist them. But they're really people that really need our assistance, and it's a part of the fire brigade that isn't seen at times. We get a good few of those sort of calls every year. The car wants to get up. Are we right?
Older people are the forgotten people, I think. We'll all be old someday. As sure as death is inevitable, old age is inevitable. Living alone, you're in dire need of company. Loneliness, I think, is in essence, can be a killer. You know, starvation, of course, yeah, but loneliness is a major factor. People, I firmly believe that people can die of loneliness. You know.
Rarely see a lot of happy things. When we're called out, there's obviously someone in trouble, you know. Like, when people are in trouble, the first thing they do is they ring us.
See this?
You get
one when you have
when you have when you have 30 years.
Don't mind that there, though. You just made
you
that
get
up
a
yourself.
flame.
I just made that
a
up
gold
myself.
flame. I have mine at home now.
Yeah.
I have it in the
so have I, yeah.
glass case.
I must bring it in the next day and show it to you what we get. It's another thing. But
it's a nice
you can wear that up there like that.
Very proud of it, aren't you,
Oh, I'm very proud of that.
We are actually very proud of it.
Very, very proud of that.
What's it on to you?
Off again. Who knows where? Who knows when?
Fran has gone out in the ambulance, see? No.
Oh, you can talk if he's gone. You can talk up.
I know, but he might hear me. His birthday.
Are you sure that it didn't confirm this?
Yeah. I was comparing him with Clippy, and he knows everything.
His birthday's today.
His birthday is tomorrow, so at 12 o'clock. So he's gone out in the ambulance now, but it's a little bit too early.
Ah, yeah, I'll give another.
So we just give it, we say, I reckon, we say half 11. About, yeah, if he goes out at half 11, we start throwing a few streamers around, a few balloons, clear off the table, put the cake down.
serious stabbing. This is the start of them coming out of the pubs now. It's up here.
Leslie! Leslie! Yeah. Leslie. Will you be able to play Happy Birthday? Practice Happy Birthday and that, will you? No, but you can practice from now. You have a while. Jeez, like it's a simple song. Joe was that playing.
Peter Cavan, you get the bagpipes.
Yeah, he's going to do that. He's in the tile at the moment.
No.
Right. Well, Pete, we get Pete in the bagpipes.
What, you got a smack of a glance on the head, was it?
I've got a few smacks of your lads.
Okay.
On the head or the eye? Where was it?
That's just here in any
Can't
case.
see much there now.
You know what I'm trying to do when I get out? I'm going to shoot.
That's grand, Fran. We'll just take him in here. Just sit in here on the left. That's a good lad there. Just the first one on the left there. That's it. I'll just hear you. That's brilliant.
Joe, would you be able to play Happy Birthday on one of the guitars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So I'll be looking for
Peter and Leslie.
Leslie, yeah. Look, where's Peter? She's going to look for Peter now.
We're going to be involved in the face.
No, well, it looks now, there was a slit across that way, right? But it doesn't look as if it's going to be jagged, do you know what I mean? When it's stitched up, it'll just end up as a little line. It won't be this horrible looking thing, you know? That's all I could see there now. You probably have some in your head as well. What did he do with you know? Was it a knife or a glass or a bottle?
Excuse me, Peter. Peter, would you be able to play if you get the bagpipes?
I shall do my best.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, you just had the bagpipes ready?
Yes.
Not yet?
Yes.
Like, if we can arrange...
Will you cue me in?
Yeah.
Down to 3-4 the hospital.
We're just there now, we're driving in.
Watch for the ambulance coming back. Watch for the ambulance. You have to put off the light. Yeah, he's gone down to find out where the ambulance is. Yeah.
Roger, will do.
Just press the button on that, Fran. That was a nasty one when we got in there. There was plenty of blood while he was sitting in the back here. But when we got him inside...
Gone straight into surgery.
When we got him inside and they took the bandage off him, it just squirted out. He had what they call a blade. It must have got a vein or an artery or something, but it just squirted out the top of his head. He started lapsing into sort of semi-consciousness. So there's a doctor in there and now to have him, to take him straight up to surgery.
No, it's nothing to do with this.
Leslie, we have to get
He's here now. He's here now. Get ready.
Right.
That was very good. Nice. No, not yet. No, nice. Yes, there's something.
Now, which way is he going to come in?
The new ambulance sheets. Any problems? Kevin was dealing with the ambulance sheets.
Right.
No problem so far. This is exciting, isn't it, really? I'm glad we came. I want to ask you something. Are you showing a movie here or something? What do you want to do? What, are you having a party or what?
Happy told us how old you are.
Down to 3-4 mobile. Right, you see that? Hey, North Central Road, Canberra. 2-car head on.
10 to. Getting ready for parade.
My father always told me that you could be a down and out and not a pair of trousers on you or a thing, but once your shoes was shining, once your shoes was polished, you don't understand? Once your shoes looks polished, that's the most important thing. Look at my trousers, filthy, but you look at me feet and you say, that's a smart guy. This is the real leader, the real leader. No.
The crew now of Delta 3-1, 218, you're driving. 250, number 2. 566,
yes.
Number 3. 311, number 4. That's it now, gentlemen. Check your cars.
I'm on Delta 3-1. I'll just check over my gear now.
So 104.
Yeah. Very nice fella. The most important thing is, Darren will tell you, there's petrol in this car. There's no use having an ambulance with loads of stuff in it and no petrol. You can't go anywhere. So the most important thing is that you check your car what you're driving, that she's roadworthy. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling up at the petrol pump. I go over and get the key out of the office and I'll fill this up with petrol. Right?
I'm going over to the breeding apparatus maintenance room. Just going to give the face mask a wash because the fella wearing it today mightn't have been so clean, you know. I know, I'm only joking. It's just for your own personal hygiene you clean it, you know.
Myself and Dermot now will clean in a few minutes. When I fill it up with petrol, we bring it into the engine room, we check that we have everything for the night. Bandages, spinal boards, anything like that. That she's roadworthy. Right? It's a strange thing. With all my years now, I'm coming up to 60 years of age, and I was born and reared around here. See that chapel over there? That's Berkeley Road Chapel over there, and I was baptised in that chapel. And I never thought I'd end my days here.
Are you going to put a hole in that cup?
A lot of people ask me when I'm getting out. I don't know when I'm getting out. All right, Paddy. But I tell you this, it's a great job. A great job.
This is the ambulance room. There's 2 people on the ambulance. We have a turnover switch here, which turn over for the night bell. So in other words, the ambulance goes out so much that they have a separate bell, and it's rarely that they can get in to bed before 3, half 3. They may get in for a half an hour before they're turned out again. And actually it can be worse to get into bed for the hour to get back up again. That's me a turnout. Are you coming with me? Right. As you can see, move along smartly, no major rush, and we still can do it well within 30 to 40 seconds. That's a small fire now we're going to. We're sent for RT. Coulter Road is quite irregular. Ballymum would make up, I would say, 50% of our turnouts, because it's included in our area. That's a walking stop.
We got 3-1 there, 10 is 1 point.
Stamp it down quickly when we get out of here.
Yeah, you bastard! Come on, you're gonna roll! Come on, you're gonna... Come on, you're gonna roll!
it's just par for the course. The fire engine appears, the kids come out, the cracks in the ground.
I'll walk behind the Tom.
In the back. We have to be very careful here. There's 2 lads staying on the back there now to make sure none of those kids get on the back. And they'll walk behind the appliance until we get a safe distance away that we can actually all get into the motor and travel. It's very dangerous at times here, and individuals have actually got hurt here. Can't get out there.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Happens all the time there. The kids just, the parents don't seem to have any control over them at all. There's 5-year-olds out there running around behind fire engines. It's only a matter of time before one of them goes under the wheels of it or something and gets killed. We try and get on. You're not supposed to get on the back of the engine because it's supposed to be dangerous. But if you walk behind the fire engine, they walk with you, and you can't get rid of them. And if you leave them alone, they're invariably going to jump on the back and fall off and get injured.
It's the kids. And no matter what you say to them, they'll always do it. Even if one of them gets hurt tomorrow, next week they'll be doing the same thing again. Because they're kids.
Delta 3-4 in attendance.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guards are here as well, anyhow, yeah. We were told bus went round the roundabout and a gentleman was thrown against the side window. How you doing, boss? You cut anywhere? Did something hit the glass or did you hit the glass? He hit the glass.
No. Why would it? No. I'd never hit a glass there. No, my head went straight through it and it was just a bang. No,
Yeah, no,
my
go.
fucking head.
Yeah,
No.
listen
No.
to me a moment. Listen to me a moment. What they're saying is that nothing hit the glass from the outside, that you hit off from the inside. That's all they're saying. Is it your shoulder or your neck that you're complaining with? Your neck?
I can't even remember.
Once he's complaining with his neck and back, we have to treat him as a spinal. Well, we can go out the window.
You go there, Dermot.
Yeah, no. What's your name? Hello? What's your name? What's your name? Why are you not going to talk to me? We were all talking a few minutes ago. What's your name? We get it with a foreman then. Yeah, we're going to have to get him on the board. Huh? There's a bit of controversy as to actually what happened. Get him out as easy as we can. Yeah. What? Just ease him over. That's it. Now, hold on. You need take it easy. Take it easy. You're all right.
You're all right.
Take it easy. No, he won't give us his name. No, that's only holding the pad on. Here. Relax. Come on, relax. Come on, relax. But that's we're trying to help you. We're trying to help you with your back, but you're not helping us. Hold on.
Just the 4 of us.
Those situations can arise from time to time where things can be awkward like that. He did get a bit violent towards us in the bus. He wanted to get off the board. After a little while, we persuaded him to come to hospital with us for his own good.
Starting on the 1st of July, Joe.
What's that?
The NBC for a trial from 12 o'clock in the day to 6 o'clock in the evening is National Geographic, free.
Excellent.
It's said that there's 10 years knocked off a firefighter's life from the normal, the average lifespan. A firefighter will be 10 years less. The reasons for it you can discuss as taking in toxic fumes in hostile environments. You can talk about, as I said earlier, the adrenaline being pumped into the body having a knock-on effect, irregular sleep, shift work.
Got to go on a safari as a retirement present to myself.
around the world. Why not?
Possibly you could be threatened with, which has happened to me. It happened to me once or twice. I was threatened with knives. You go to a domestic and you're told if you don't get it, you know what, over here, we'll come after you. But this is something you just...
One fella's nose, the other broke his jaw over politics.
Politics? Two
Yeah,
brothers?
I'm going to get the gate there.
Okay, you get it this time then. You just don't know. We could be back for a minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. We just don't know. We never know how long we're going to be back. I didn't, Liam, no. You can tell them
the
there.
3-4 closing down.
4 CD.
We don't believe all this rubbish about calories.
You work hard, you don't get calories.
That's true. You need them. People have no idea what goes on, you know. You know, basically, well, that's my understanding of it, you know. When people switch off their bed, or their bed light and go to sleep. We won't see him. On the kitchen. They've no idea what goes on in the city, you know. What city life is like, you know. It's some of the things you see would make your blood curl, but when you're in this job, you get used to those kind of things, you know.
A car crash. 2-car head on. Down to 3-4 in attendance.
Here we are, here, Dan. Where we go here. You want to block off this road, Dan? Get the police over.
Yeah, just hold on a sec. How you doing, lads? Just don't move, right? Don't move. Stay where you are. Liam, make ambulance 3.
Down to 3-4 to control.
Take off the North Central Road, an RTA at Hammond Corner.
Make a 4 ambulance. Joe, bring that stretching in over.
I was serious enough, like, we only arrived 10 minutes ago, but there was multiple injuries, you know. Like, there was, as far as I can make out, 2 cars and possibly 6 or 7 people injured.
Yellow! Had you a seatbelt on you, had you? No. There's a girl down the car down there. They're putting the can on. Back to me. Yeah, we don't want to catch his head in the roof. Don't go any further.
Can you remember where you are?
Yeah, Martin, what do you get?
Keep a hold of her head for me.
I have it, yeah.
On the other side. This side already.
Yeah, I have it.
Both sides, right?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, all right? So just bear with us, all right? It's for your own good, okay?
It's a very uncomfortable thing to be in because of the fact that your neck is held totally rigid and your back is rigid. And as normal, like, there would be a slight curve on the spine as we know it, but this straightens the whole bone, keeps them in one position.
Liam, yes. I'll hold on. Listen, get the other 2 head pieces. Get them, and that's all we need. Out the top locker.
On ours?
Yeah, on our ambulance. The other 2 head pieces go on the board. Can you get the board there?
1, 2, 3. Right. Push it in.
Give us that head and let's go. Just kill him there.
There was somebody trapped in the back seat of that one, so we had to use the cutting equipment. It's heavy duty gear.
Check off the ET. Check with the ET.
I'm often amazed at the resilience of the human body. You go to a car crash and you look at that car. How can anybody get out of that alive? And yes, we saw 3 people heading out of alive. You go to another car crash and not too much damage done to the car. That'll take 3 people dead out of it. It goes to show that you can never judge a book by its cover, especially in this job.
1, 2, 3. Delta 3-4 control. Delta 3-4, we're ready to roll.
Hugo, JCM, please.
JCM with suspected spinal. Roger, mobile for same.
Watch your lens, Route. It's basically wrapped up at this stage now, but we got the police down, clear the road, etc. But hopefully everybody will be all right. The rest of it's just glass and metal, and that can all be repaired, either repaired or written off. So.
Yeah, you move your toes. Can you move your ankle? Just try and move your ankle side to side. What? It hurts.
Didn't do me a favour.
What's that?
Get to the hospital with the phone with Mum.
Don't worry. Your mum will be with you very shortly. Just relax. What? Yes, sir.
I've got to go now and tell the guards as to what exactly has happened. Then they take over charge. They take charge of the incident then.
District Officer Brigade. Phibsboro Fire Station. Phibsboro Road.
If need be, we would have cut the roof and all that. Fortunately, this time we didn't have to. I mean, the vehicle's a vehicle at the end of the day, and a patient is a human being. So they come first. If the vehicle needs to be taken apart, the vehicle will be taken apart. Human life is our #1 priority at all times.
Yeah, you head off, John. John, come get your son.
Moving out his way.
Yeah, it's getting to that time of the night now to start using my glasses.
Busy enough today.
We're going to, just on the keys there, it says man collapsed in courtyard. So we'll just have to wait till we get there to see what the situation is as to... There it is.
That's the 4-4 leaving the scene. Roger, that's the 4-4.
Delta 3-4 to control.
Delta 3-4.
Yes, those people have made contact with us now and we are in attendance.
Thank you, Delta 3-4. Delta 5-4, talking now.
And he was banging and thumping at the door tonight, and then he just collapsed onto the ground.
Do you know him, actually?
He's homeless.
Are you going to come with us in the ambulance?
No, I'm all right now.
No, oh, wait, hold on.
It's cool.
How do you mean it's cool? Are you going to come with us to the hospital?
Yeah, go away.
You're not answering the question.
Go away. It doesn't matter what you do. Go
Are
away.
you coming to the hospital?
Yes.
You're coming to the hospital with us? Yeah, come on. That's it.
Sorry, sir. I don't.
No,
you don't have to say you're sorry.
Okay.
We're just here to help you.
Okay. We're just here to help you. Right. And we'll bring you up to the hospital and you'll be looked after there, right? Well, you're okay. Leave that belt on you. Relax.
No, I want to get out.
No, listen. No, you can't get out while the ambulance is moving.
There's often times that we'd have to, with the likes of a case like that, you'd have to pull in. Like there, we might say to me, Dave, he's getting a bit messy, and you'd have to pull in, and like the two of you have to get in the back to try and sort him out a bit, you know. So he's a bit messy now at the moment, say.
You can go where it's from me. Which one's one bit?
Oh, sorry.
You can go where it's from me.
No, you're not getting out while the ambulance is moving.
That's right.
Yes, we're doing. Liam, pull in.
Thank you, Delta 3-4.
we had to stop the ambulance to let him out because he was going to jump out of the back of the ambulance.
That is wrong. I was not.
Why'd you make him up? No.
Sir, I would try. No, sir, no, absolutely not. What do you mean start showing you? I would show you the same respect I was showing everybody else. Yeah,
I'm only here to help you.
Yeah, so get away from me then.
Yeah, but get out.
Right? Just relax.
Get away.
Just relax. I was trying to say, you can't get out of the ambulance while it's moving.
Yeah.
So that's what we said. Just hold on. We're just going to pull in and let you go. And that was it. The thing is, he's going to lie down somewhere else, and I'm going to be back out again.
You'd be telling me you're only there to help them, you know, but there was a time we used to wear the blue shirts, the light blue shirt, nearly the same colour as the guards wore, and we used to be mistaken for guards.
Threatened, bitten, punched, kicked, spat at, pissed on, shit on. Yeah, I suppose you'd say I've been threatened once or twice in my career. You just roll with the punches, that's all you do. You know, it's... I mean, there's some old there, and her son has died, and she comes screaming at you like a banshee. You take it. But some drunken git comes at you, and takes a swing at you. You try and avoid it.
I'll wait, Tom.
And if you can't avoid it, you'll try and stop him.
There's a knife out for the
Most of the time the people go for you or get abusive, they're preventing steam, and they're frustrated with the situation rather than with you personally. So if you're to take things personally, I don't think you'll last too long in this job. You end up with ulcers, grey hair.
No hair.
That's true as well.
He always answers me.
Things, everybody should be at home now in their bed and tucked up and lights out and the cat's out, the fire is out.
Hopefully.
Oh, let's go up there and have a cup.
Let's hope that's it.
Cup of tea. You have to bang the dog here.
Cup of tea? Ah, no, I couldn't have any more tea, Liam.
You know, I'll have another glass of water, and then I might just walk around the station, see if I see any night stragglers going home and wave to them.
Not a bit of stress. Never had or never will have. So I'm going in now. What time is it now? It's 4:20. We go in and just lie in the bed. It's quite possible to be up again. So that's all I can say. Say good night, Dick. Good night, Dick.
It's only the last couple of feet of Dublin. Dave! Dave, can you tell us what height we're at up here, please?
Nearly 40 metres.
40 metres. What's that in old feet?
You get that? Nearly 40 metres.
Very much for there today.
Take what they're given, right?
Pardon?
Take what they're given. Look at the bimmer there.
That's very good. I'll go just go over here today. I have to get a cloth. Did you put a coat of polish on or anything like that?
Just a coat of wax. Yeah. Just on a coat of varnish.
There's Paddy now. He's what's known as the bimmer of the station. So you can see him in action there now. Myself, I have to leave. Back into the kitchen. Right? So if you let me out the door, please.
To me, the way I look at anything like this, it's as easy to be clean. It's easier to be clean than it is to be dirty. But unfortunately, there is people who just throw everything around and couldn't care less. In my sense, what I do, I always like to make sure the place is properly cleaned, which is what I'm doing now. Papers, magazines, anything in that particular line.
I have the meat on since 8:15 this morning.
Are you going to do any work here today?
I'm going to do my best. Jerry, I'm tied up at the moment here. We're going in to prepare the food now. The vegetables. Potatoes, cabbage, and we're having turnips as well.
French cuisine, this, you know. Cabbage a la roulette.
Good wholesome food, like we don't go in for any French cooking. It's good Irish cooking you get. Plenty of cabbage and bacon, red meat, fish, plenty of vegetables, and the like. And we even cater for the vegetarians. We cater for them. We cater for everyone in this place. It's like a 5-star restaurant at times.
Firefighter, messman, extraordinaire.
To Marguerite Road in Glasnevin, it's down as a seizure disorder. It could possibly be an epileptic fit. Someone collapsed from unknown reason. We'll find out when we get there.
This is my locker, but I have stuff. Mr. Sheehan. So I keep my own supply of stuff.
Billy, you're not doing any work. Come on, hurry up.
I'll be back to you in a moment.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Now the reason the mat is there, because if you came down too fast, there's a chance you're hitting the ground and you could do damage to your ankles. I knew a lad who broke an ankle. He's dead now, wherever we go to, by coming down the pole. And also you have to be fast to get out of the way, because another fella could come down and on top of you.
Okay, are you insulin dependent? Do you use insulin, do you? Okay.
Diabetes is something we come across a lot. There's a tendency for it to be noticed in older people when they hit the 50s, 60s. But it's perfectly manageable most of the time. Usually they just correct their diet. They just have to watch what they eat. You know, not too many sweet things to keep the blood sugar levels, to stop them going up, basically. It's a totally manageable disease, you know? It's just unfortunate that sometimes it goes haywire.
How I love. Okay, are you insulin dependent? What's your name there? So when did you take your insulin?
How do you feel? You feeling a bit groggy still, are you? Okay, look. We'll give you a little suck of Lucozade and then we'll bring you across.
Have you anything in the house? Have you any Lucozade or anything like that?
Where are you there?
Is that it? Yeah, that's Lucozade.
No, that's raspberry there.
Raspberry, was
Is
it?
it?
She said it's Lucozade.
Hang on, I'll have a look. Hang on, I'll see it. Here we are in the back. Is there something? That looks...
Is that it?
No, it's only... That's
She got the wrong ones.
Ah, no, that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll get you onto this chair. Can you step out there for me, please? Yeah, we'll bring that with her now.
Oh, yeah,
You just let me in there and I'll go look after her.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
I'll scrunch with that, I'll be. Yeah.
We'll get, Van will get the crutch now. It's just there beside where she's sitting in front. Just in on the right hand side. She was insulin dependent and the medication didn't work. So the blood sugar levels went down a bit. We gave her a bit of a sweet drink, which can help revive her a little bit as it did. Brought her down to the hospital. They check out her blood sugar level and correct it as such and maybe increase or decrease the amount of insulin she's getting to keep her stable.
Right. No smoking in the kitchen. Zimbo, you know that.
we had a discussion now. He wants to get drill done today. So what he's doing now is getting the lads to put the cars away so as he can plan for the drill. For the afternoon drill. See, there's Lane. Look at him giving the stories again. See him sitting down.
That's Delta 3-2 now.
They're investigating it at this point in time. There's no call back, so we'll continue to the fire such time as we get a call back. I would say at this point there isn't possibly a large fire at this stage, because normally when they give a call back, a large fire would be straight away a call back. They're investigating, they've gone up to have a look in the attic maybe of a house, see what's actually on fire, or if it's just a small fire. Could be just an alarm even.
Jerry, do I need Bista or that? I can get it tomorrow.
Kevin!
Yeah?
You can smell the ham down there, it's gorgeous.
Can you?
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, what else did they get?
Dermot Kelly now. Dermot Kelly's the office.
Did I ever tell you that? That's what I call the lads. Yes, superb. Lovely. That's one.
Heavy, that's 3-1.
We're being returned that amendment for militia false alarm.
If back that number, see if you're going outside, please, over. Didn't get any number there with that.
The DO Foxtrot and Delta 5-1 have investigated and they found nothing in the shopping centre. So we're being returned to base now.
Those calls, they're an irritation. They can be bloody annoying. They can also be potentially dangerous. The potential is there for something real to occur whilst we're checking that out. I've been lucky that I don't think I've been involved in a case where life has been lost because of a malicious call. The pleasure an adult would get from ringing a malicious call, I can't understand it at all. It's senseless.
It's hot.
That's what that's from. Giving up the cigarettes and picking. I have to sample all this. I'm a personal taster for each and every one of the lads in the station here. If there was something wrong with that and there was E. coli or something in it, I'd be the first one to get it. And you can't eat that, lads, right? I'm sick. You can't eat it.
It's at chimney fire, 1 pump.
3-2. 3-1 and 106, and Charlie, you received that?
It's a chimney fire. What happens is that you get a build-up within the chimney, the flue, and when they light a fire, it can catch fire, and that's what the smoke does up there. What they're doing now is they're just taking all the stuff away from the fire, and then send rods up and squirt water on it all the way up through it, and it'll put the fire out. Okay?
You have to check your attic, make sure it's alright.
Go ahead, Peter. Okay, hold on. They say there's no access to the attic.
Oh no, well I got into the attic.
No, that house, they don't. These ones do, but that one doesn't do that.
Ah yeah, but the chimney, there's nothing, no damage in the attic.
It's
old houses, they have a common attic which could run the length of the street or the terrace here. So sometimes in the attic fire, the breast goes up into the attic, you might have damage in the attic. And if a fire gets into the attic, it would spread the whole length of the street in no time.
What are you trying to do? Set fire to the place? Look, I want to put out that bloody pipe.
Sure. We might be able to get those rods up the full way, so there might be a bit of damage done to the chimney. So we get it looked at.
Get them cleaned up all the way and make sure they go away.
You have Sandy's here. Ah, so Sandy's gone, is he? You'll have to keep the spark guard here for a while.
Yeah, because it won't come down again, is it?
Well, if you could, you see them now, you have a few ambers coming down now.
Yeah.
If you just look down, a few sparks come down now and again.
Yeah.
Delta 71 MAV. MAV Delta 71.
Basically in Dublin, we have a thing called community fire, where if there's a fire in the street, all the neighbours will come out and they ask, how are you, what's on fire, are you okay? And that's basically what we had here, that the neighbours all came out and came around the person where they had it was only a minor incident, and they asked her how she was and what's wrong, and they were concerned about her. It's nice to see that in the community in Dublin. Control from Delta 32, we're MAV.
Delta 32.
And Paddy, they're inclined to get a bit cranky when at dinner time. At feeding time, they're inclined to get a bit cranky. It's not dinner time, it's actually feeding time here. It's like the zoo.
Tell me about the taxi.
You have to keep the cabbage water for them, you know. You have to keep the cabbage water for them. It's good for it, you know. Say it's good for the old cancer.
I hope the maggots was taken out of the cabbage, Clippy. Clippy, I only want a small bit of cabbage.
There's hair on that turnip there, you see it?
They're just, they don't say that at home. They just take what they're given.
I want no maggots. Clippy!
Will you stop shouting?
Clippy!
Kevin.
I only want a small bit of cabbage. And I want...
Just relax, lads. We'll take it easy.
no maggots.
I'll give you your dinner now.
Well, I like it's the variety of work. That no two cases are the same, whether it be ambulance or fire. And the men in general are all very helpful and cooperative with each other. Which it's a good to be able to come into a job and have a good laugh and a joke and go home and leave it all behind you then at the end of the day. Like, you know, no matter how bad a thing you get during the course of the day, whether it be death, badly injured or whatever, he said, you can go home and leave that behind you, like, you know, and then look forward to the next night or the next day coming back in. Hopefully we're all again, have the same little bit of a joke and a laugh. If you're working, say, a 9 to 5 job and you go in and you're operating a machine or whatever it is, Peter's there and I'm sitting over there, so that's all you do is just do that. You know real contact, except for your dinner or break homes. No, I think at the end of the day it is one of the most rewarding jobs from that point of view, with the variety of work you do and the men you work with.
Anyone who tells you don't have fear, I think are telling you lies. You have to have a certain amount of fear because I think it keeps you on your toes. Keeps you more aware. And you get a bit of an adrenaline rush. Even when you're going out during the night sort of thing, going out, you hear the bell, you're up. You don't know what you're going to, you know. It could be something simple, then again it could be something where life and death is involved. But, I suppose I delivered a stillborn baby on the back of the ambulance one night. Very blew me away a bit, you know. I could taste it, like just give it mouth to mouth to the baby and I could taste it for a while afterwards, you know. That was the lad, the husband behind me. Is it a boy, is it a girl? Like he was hoping it was going to be a boy. And it was a boy, but the boy was dead. Very distressing, that was.
How to get away?
Leslie, find out who owns that. It's on the floor there.
Sorry, please, thank you.
I think these are German visitors.
Hamburg.
Very nice.
You operate.
Sorry, lads. This is the station officer Peter. This is another Peter from Hamburg. And this is Lutz from Hamburg. So,
Don't hold the door out for me, anybody.
Foreign is nice. Do you do any scuba diving? Diving, swimming?
And the fire brigade?
No, as a sport.
A sport, yes.
Because the.
Okay.
I've just had that. I'll see you when I get back. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Right.
Doing a course in the training centre at the moment, and they're just going around observing different drills and situations. So I've explained to him that you're going to do inline inductor foam drill.
Basically, we're doing the drills to keep people fresh with the equipment and to know exactly what to do when they arrive at the scene. If you don't have a drill and you don't have a procedure set down, what you actually end up with at the fire ground is chaos. So you have a set procedure, each individual knows what he has to do, and it comes together at the end of the day. We do it here at a reasonable pace. We do it here to make the mistakes here. So if there's mistakes are made here, they won't be made outside.
In America, they put them here. See?
Fire officers from Hamburg.
I am talking to them. I am talking to them.
He just asked them were they going to win the World Cup.
And they said yes.
And they said yes.
I bought that torch.
It's a Krypton light.
I don't know.
It's a Krypton light.
Yes?
Yes.
$27.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Put it over the oil there. Put it over the oil. Lift all that oil off there.
This is a graveyard. This was a graveyard before they built this station. Understand? See here, old church. See the old church? Well, this was all their ground, graveyard. There. Start singing jingle bells now to snow. Jingle bells.
Hey, you better go in the middle.
And Charlotte, you're as old as me.
Very good.
See the way she whipped around there?
I'm fed up, my jaws are.
Okay.
My teeth needed
Properly at ease, please. Properly at ease. That's it. Okay, lads, smile.
That's it.
Now he works.
Excellent.
Peter, keep a little bit fit. Have to keep fit to create a big lens of hose.
What are they pulling out of it?
It's hard to see. I need big glasses.
No, it's a body. There's another photograph of the body.
Where?
There. Have it here.
Here.
There's a photograph there.
That's a handy one. As you can see there, the water's out.
It's practically out there. So you're right down. That actually looks like an elderly gentleman.
The hardest part of the body in the lippy is if you have to use the grappling irons. It's one hook, 3 or 4 hooks on a rope. And a lot of us don't like using them because
they can damage
they could damage the body.
Well, that's
By pulling it,
yes.
the body gets caught.
If the body has been in the water for some period of time, the body starts breaking up and falling apart. And you want to keep all the parts of the body together, or else there'll be trouble.
The person that actually is going in They're risking their life too. One of the problems is well, when you're taking people out of the lift, they don't want to come out of it. That's the biggest problem. And they start holding on to the rounds and holding on to the strings, and you have that problem of taking their hands away from the strings, and they're grabbing onto everything as you're pulling them up.
And also, they're very wet from that, because just the clothes takes on board so much water, it increases the weight of them.
It's just dark getting them out of it. And then some of them don't want to come.
Well, that's the thing, if they're in there, they don't want to be there.
They're trying to get back in and you're trying to get them back out, and they're just saying leave.
There.
There they are there now.
That's a different one.
You used to get a lot of cats up trees years ago. But you don't get so many now because the cats don't climb trees. And then you knew about the stones we used to carry. There used to be a bag of stones on the rescue truck and a bottle of milk and a saucer.
The animal rights will be on to you now, I tell you.
So we used to leave the milk down at the end of the tray, and we'd hide to see what the cat come down. So if he didn't come down,
Just throw stones at him.
just throw the stone.
So they said, we're not going up any more trees. Because the firemen come out and throw stones at us.
The word went round.
The word went around the cat nation.
Trees for the climb, you should say.
You never saw the skeleton of a cat up a tree.
Well, a family, they used to keep a horse in the house, and it died and had a heart attack in the sitting room, and they couldn't get it out.
What happened?
They had to go.
Burst in the flames. They put it in where we never called.
No, they had to go.
Spontaneous combustion.
They had to go up and put chains around it and pull him out slowly, but they had to manipulate him out through the sitting room, out into the hallway and out the hall door. But he actually died in the sitting room. I don't know if he was watching the television at the time.
He wasn't Mr. Ned.
So you say,
Anything at all.
if your budgie doesn't talk,
Call him for a brigade.
Call them for a brigade.
Control to Delta 3-4, that's domestic violence on Madbrook Hill. There's an assault and a reported stabbing. Over.
There's so much to feel good about in this job that it greatly outweighs the negative side of it. You know, dealing with death. There's, I remember one case I did, an ambulance case myself, another lad. It was tragic because it involved a very old, very loving, from what I heard, married couple. A very proud couple, the sort of people who lived on the third floor and wouldn't let you help up at the shop when they were that proud. The husband had died, whether from a fall, heart attack or what, I don't know, but he'd been dead quite a while when we arrived. And the old woman had been obviously talking to him at some stage. She had a coat over him, and a chair beside his head, and she just went in and sat down in an armchair. Whether she gave up or what, I don't know. It was sad, and yet at the same time, it was kind of nice to think of the two of them back together again.
All up, you want
Just before I close my eyes at night time, I just have a quick dash around the neighbourhood. Down to the river. Just have a look at the markets areas. And what I'd be looking for really is just skips. You know, skips that might be set alight maliciously or something like that.
3 car you can with 1 pump.
In one night, I've put out 10 car fires in one night. There would be an average, say, minimum of about 5 cars in Dublin burnt each night. Now, that's a minimum now, it could be more. About 1,500 cars each year burnt out.
That's all right, Jerry.
Looks like a stolen car which is overturned and set on fire, unoccupied and burnt out.
They burn the cars out just for fun, just for kicks. Some poor person's car that they go to work and do the shopping in, drop the kids to school, and it's not worth much to them, but to the person that it's stolen on, it might be worth an awful lot more.
104, head to 380 North Circular Road.
Oh, my brief is to look after my district, run the district, and I usually go out late at evening time and just sort of listen into the ambulances as they're running, because they definitely need some of the guys to say, this guy's he's tracking this, he's watching them. I don't pay it. I'd often pull up now and I'd see them in an area in town that just to let them know it was local, that if they had a problem.
She's you now, is she?
Yeah.
What is broke?
Yeah.
And what is broken today?
For rotunda.
No, are you in pain now? You got contractions?
The water is gone. And,
the water's gone, yeah.
A little bit blood, yeah.
How many minutes in between the contractions? How many minutes in between pain?
Oh, 2 hours.
Pain.
1 hour, 2 hours.
No, I'm talking about pain and then stops, and then the pain again.
10 minutes.
2 minutes, 10 minutes?
10 minutes, 5
10
minutes.
Okay, so.
Are you okay? Are you getting a pain? You just seem sweet. We're almost there. So they're great fun. This is one of our happier ones where we don't have any problems. It's just straightforward. Bring them to the hospital, put them in a chair. I'd say if she had waited much longer, she probably would have had it. So it's just as well she called us when she did.
Jonathan's Barn did some phenomenal amount there in one night lately. They did 20 or something in one night, yeah. The vigilantes were out burning all the druggies' cars or whatever. It wasn't even Halloween.
I'm still holding on to my record. 23 years and never having delivered one. Not even one.
Just listen.
Hold on now a minute.
The angry peeler.
Fecker, where's the towel?
Liam is extremely good at the banjo. He's the best player actually in the job. Did you not listen to him? I'm sure if you go down now, you'll see him in the end room there. He practices every night that he comes in.
I have the banjo 7 years. My wife went out and bought it one night for me 7 years ago. They think I can play it, but I can't really. But I just mess around with it.
At night time here, the atmosphere seems to be more relaxed because there's not as much of an emphasis made on drills. Once you reach a certain time at night, it's too dark to do drills. So we'd be upstairs, maybe watching telly, having something to eat.
2-2 close.
3-4, did you get his mobile? The days you don't get the same sort of fires, or the same, you don't get car crashes, many car crashes and things like that. And there's a lot more stuff to do around the station during the day, whereas at night you're sort of your own man. If you're not on tour now, you're just doing whatever you have to do, you know.
Lieutenant Delta
Finger.
Independence 84.
Oh, around every bloody corner there's always something happening. The dangers at the moment, I would consider the ambulance. Yeah, the ambulance now particularly is a hazardous area to work in. But they're trained, I have to say, now the standard of training for the ambulance crews it's unbelievable the training they get. But the area that they work in, like, it's fraught with health problems, as you can believe. And they get it right from the time the accident happens. They get the open wounds, they get the violent coughing, spitting, and they meet the nasties. They meet some lovely people too.
We're in attendance.
Oh, there's a woman, look
Excuse me. Excuse me, darling. Hello, darling. Got it, honey. Hey, honey. What's your name, please? Hey, Maureen. Where are you hurt, darling? All your back is hurt, is it? According to herself, she'd been invited to a party, went to a party, had been pushed to the ground. She'd been attacked by the neighbour's dog at the same time. She was in a highly agitated state because of the fact that her son was trying to insist she get off the ground. Her friend was trying to insist she get off the ground. The poor old dear was complaining of a sore back. She's an elderly old woman. It's not nice to see an old woman knocked down like that. Can you feel that? Excuse me, darling. Jerry, will you do me a favour? Go over there, please.
You're upsetting our mom now.
2, 3.
Oh.
You get the guards. Can we get 2 of your lads to give it? Will you?
The majority of the people out there are like you and I. They're about their business. They're enjoying themselves. They're about town now. There's the odd people in society, I suppose, that just don't seem to want to be helpful or just want to be nasty. They can't handle this drink or this drug that they're taking, and they just get particularly nasty.
Nice little room for the night. We're after leaving that lady who was assaulted, or reportedly assaulted and bitten by the dog. We're off on our way now to another ambulance case. 1:15 or so in the morning, I think it is. Busy.
322. Have to come down and show you. Some winter's morning, you come back here 4 or 5 in the morning, and you'd have to fill up this car. Start for a few minutes to fill it up. But it's very important, because if you've no water, you can't do your job. Right across, John.
Without the water. 3 4s in attendance.
3 4 attendance.
Hello. And what is wrong with the baby?
Oh, jail, the hospital, you know.
Is that diarrhea? Anything else?
No. We have triplets, only 2 weeks old. It's a college house directly across from UCD.
Okay. Sorry? Yeah, what's wrong?
Okay.
Is there only one baby sick or 3?
I'm getting clearance to find out whether we have to go back to Brigade or to the Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what the delay is.
What did they say?
It's up to the mothers. If the mothers want to go to the Children's Hospital, we take to the Children's Hospital. Or if you want to go to the Children's Hospital, we take to the Children's Hospital. Okay, so tell them to go to the Children's Hospital.
No problem.
Right.
You're not coming, don't you? No. Take her like that.
Three girls, 3 boys, or 3 girls? Oh, girls. Oh, your bum is working, I can feel it. Your little bum working. Children get to every fireman, I reckon, because most guys in the job are either fathers or on their way to getting married, sort of thing. Children do definitely affect you.
3-4 ahead.
I swear she was blowing a kiss at me. What we have here is 2-week-old triplets. They are 2 weeks old.
They born 13th of May.
They were born on the 13th of May. 3 little girls. And 3 of them with diarrhea. And I can actually feel one of them working in my hand at the moment. They're absolutely beautiful. As I'm sure you can see, they're absolutely beautiful.
But when you come across a serious, say, accident, with me personally, I think it's the same with nearly everybody. From what I've heard of them talking about, it's children is the only thing that really bother. Well, it's the only thing that really bothers me. I know it's probably wrong to say it, but there's a thing about adults, like adults have had their chance, they've lived their life, and 90% of the time, whatever happens to an adult, they put themselves in that situation, whether it be driving their car or whatever. I'm not saying it's their fault, but if they get killed, well then they had a shot at life. But kids, I personally don't think I'd ever will get used to seeing kids injured, and I don't think I'd want to get used to seeing them injured, because I don't want to see that many of them injured to get used to it, you know. I've had 1 or 2 incidents of fatal incidents with young children, and I don't want any more of them. You know, it's the sort of thing you really don't want to do. I haven't done a cot death, thanks be to God now. I'm a few years doing the ambulance, and I haven't done one. The recruit out in Finglas, his first night on the ambulance, got a cot death. You know, just, he gets you. I'm sure he'll deal with it the same way everyone else does. You just deal with it there and then go on to the next case.
Oh, he's still writing, trying to count up when he's done.
You heard about our little triplets? We got triplet girls, 4 weeks old, born at 34 weeks. And 3 of them had diarrhea. You want to see them. So it's absolutely beautiful.
3 little babies?
3 of them, yeah. 3 of them had diarrhea. We bought them. We got clearance. The mother wanted,
Was it?
Wanted to go
Was it diarrhea or gastroenteritis?
Well, we thought first it was gas, it was no,
yeah,
that's what the thing
definitely, yeah.
My first ambulance case, I delivered a baby, and it was on the Ashbourne Road, and I think they were from Cavan, the people, and they were trying to make the hospital, but they had to stop the car, you know. And the baby was actually born in the front seat of the car. So that was a great introduction to ambulance work, wasn't it?
One of them, the little one I would pay. From both ends, all the way along.
Just down here, it's a skipping fire, we're going to take care of it now. Rubbish skip. This is our third one tonight so far. We're only here for about 3 hours. That's the same call, isn't it? That's the same
You must have been busy before you got into the station, were you?
Now mind yourselves getting out here, lads, right?
At times you get chemicals, people storing chemicals, dumping chemicals in the skips, which you totally don't expect. But generally it's quite safe. Most people have enough sense not to throw dangerous rubbish into them.
Just skip at the fire. This is the third one out tonight. In and out. It shouldn't be parked there anyway.
Okay, 3 cars totally down. anything, boss, mate?
Yes, quite busy. Messy little things.
Now, people think that during stand-down periods we're just sitting on our laurels doing nothing. I mean, to an extent, if you look at it from a perverse point of view, when we're busy, it's bad news for somebody. And there I go again, as I speak, as I live and breathe.
Are you on 3-1, Paddy? Here.
We're going to a road traffic accident. There's 3 sections responding to it, and 2 ambulances. We don't know what's there yet because we haven't got there yet.
We believe there's about 3 ambulances and at least 2 fire engines going, and the ET. So, with the information we have to hand, it would lead you to believe it's a fairly serious incident.
We've got 2 ladies here in this car. We've got 5 ambulances coming, and 1 man has to be put out of the car.
Fortunately enough, the others involved aren't seriously injured, but it appears that's definitely one fatality, you know.
Straight up. Yeah.
You can just contact her and let her know that her daughter is suffering from shock.
It appears there were just 2 cars involved. 1 car was bent in half. The other car was, the front of it was pushed in. It was a very serious accident. There was 3 people trapped in 1 car. 1 possible BID. We had the road cordoned off for a while there because of we had to cut a patient out of the car. And we're just making up now, tidying up now. Everybody's gone to hospital. And some with serious injuries, not expected to live, and we're just making up now.
Every day there's another headline in the paper. Tomorrow morning it'll be the same. Very sad. Nothing but.
We're back in station. Stay far out now.
Unfortunately, there was 1 fatality in that car crash. Some young man lost his life. The other two, possible spinal injuries, so they've got to be all right.
Well, one of the victims seemed to be in his 20s, a young person, which seems to be the case now these days. That like where we have, you know, another young person gone through a car accident. So it's very sad indeed to see that.
Horse gear? Horse gear was made down, yeah. You can feel it in the station tonight after that RTA. Individuals are trying to deal with it. Each individual is dealing with it differently. It's something that each individual copes with in their own manner. And some like to just get a bit of time to themselves and go off and think about it.
This morning I was told there was a fire last night up in Glasnevin Industrial Estate. It started around 11 o'clock. So we're going up now to relieve the men who was up here all night and let them go home.
We could be going to fight the fire, or we could be just going to make up. The lads could be fighting the fire all night, and we'll be coming back, and they've left it for their day crew to make up the necessary equipment to bring it back. The fire actually could be out at this stage, but we won't know until we arrive there what the position is. There's 2 cars at the moment, so that would indicate that the fire is still burning. Not well under control, but still burning.
Place is completely gutted. Roof and all came in.
Did you see what was burning? It's all artificial. Like a plastic, see, for artificial flowers. For making artificial flowers, see. That's how she went up so fast, look. All the bits of foam. Well, there was no chance of stopping it really once it got going. And then to get into the premises was another thing. The fumes now in there would have been pretty bad. Tom! Tom!
There's nothing really in it. Just a few small pockets. No, it can't be much worse. No, it's all right. It's off this car.
Yeah. After getting this case as an RTA down Halston Street, which is a road traffic accident. Controllers only after getting onto the say it's the child that's involved. okay like that? Is it?
Okay, where is it, sir?
Just on the knee. No.
Right.
Is that it, Glenn's? Put you down again, Paul. Say goodbye to your friends. Come here to me. Now, Glenn. You sit down there, please, son.
Thank you.
What age are you, Glenn? 6. My God, you're a fine big 6. Will you sit in more for me? This is just so you don't fall around, right? Put your hands out. That's it. Now show me your leg.
68, 4W officer. Run away.
Now.
Ah, there's a good fella. Look at him. And he a big soldier, isn't he? Look, he doesn't even cry.
Isn't he great?
Doesn't that? Very good he is, aren't you?
Can you feel that?
And
Glenn.
very good.
Glenn, can you feel that? Can you wiggle your toes for me? Yeah, super.
Ah, there's a good boy. He's going to get loads of sweets and all now in a minute, ain't you? Yeah. God, tell him.
Delta 104 to control off.
Down to 3-4 leaving the scene.
3-4 leaving the scene, thank you.
How steady. Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom, I'll never be the same. Pardon? You where?
Just stay in the streets,
Yeah, it's too much traffic on the roads nowadays.
Come down to 25, LAV. Follow LAV, thank you.
The size of that. Yeah! Come on. Now, go in. I'm going to say hello to the nurse.
68, 4W officer.
When the sun comes out, you would expect a lot of children on the ambulance and having accidents, you know.
Every type of weather condition has its own set of problems. In the summer, you have people that go out and sunbathe, you get a lot more burns. I suppose you'd be amazed what people do, you know, to get the sun.
Take it down to 3 Delta 5-4, again.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
A little bit of country western there.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Let's go Foxtrot at number 9, please. Mobile, please.
What did he say?
Don't know, I didn't hear.
Where are we going? Airport. The airport. Guys.
Delta 3-2, there's a change of address there. You're now going to the airport, over.
Okay.
See out there.
There's an awful lot more road traffic accidents, you know, like the roads are built for around, well, most of the city, like, they're built for 40, 50 mile an hour, and people are doing 70 and 80 mile an hour, and the cars are well able to do over 100 mile an hour. Like, I don't think there's a car now that won't do 100 mile an hour, even if it's a small car. So you wonder why they build cars that can go over 100 miles an hour, and the speed limit, the maximum speed limit is 70.
Three, one behind us.
We're turning out to the airport. We're going to rendezvous A in the airport. That is normally implies that there's possibly an aircraft in difficulty coming in. So we'll assemble at that point. And we'll assemble at that point, and the airport fire services will inform us of actually what the story is.
Let me have you, son.
If it was a puncture, the airport have foam tenders out there, and if there was a
puncture, the chances are that the brakes with the heat in them might cause a fire. So the airport have foam tenders to deal with that. So we'd be mainly there for evacuating people off the planes if it did catch fire.
Delta 3 to an attendance. Oh, gee, well, I can have a breath out of that. What we have now is, we're now at Dublin Airport. The aircraft hasn't landed yet. We're checking in now because we have to check in to go out on the runway. We have to have an escort out. We're proceeding now to a point, a designated point. They're going to tell us now where we're going to.
We're just arrived here now at the airport. As you can see, this plane came into land, and there's obviously a problem. It looks right from this distance that the brakes overheated.
See that man there? He's in charge, right? Now, he doesn't have the jurisdiction. DO actually is in charge of the complete jurisdiction of the airport. But he has to liaison with the airport staff here. At the end of the day, they're the expert aircraft.
You might not on me after about a week.
The engineers now have just checked the undercarriage and have found it to be safe. So the fire crews are just standing by until the aircraft can be moved off the apron.
Go ahead, Delta 3-1. We're in attendance. There's nobody around here. There's a number for you to look back there. It might be in somebody's house.
You're driving this.
The engine there, you'll be sucked in.
Right behind us, in front of us. Those planes land when the pressure comes on the brakes. There's a tremendous heat generated. Just lucky that it didn't go on fire.
Thank you, Delta 3-4. It's the east wall end of Phibsboro Road. Yeah, we're more
No, John, where are we going?
Heading back. Right. Basically, there was no fire involved there. What you actually had was hydraulic fluid being released onto the hot drums, and that's where the smoke came from. There was never any danger there.
They've taken it the rosary, I say. They all have rosary beads anyway, that's what you were doing.
From what I heard is that they were coming from Lourdes. So I'd say there was a few extra prayers said.
Oh, there goes Bertie. There you heard. Was that Bertie Ahern? Oh, yeah, decent, man. We're after getting a call that there's a fire engine in attendance in Manor Street, Stony Batter. A woman collapsed. They're after requesting that an ambulance attend to the scene. So we're heading down that way now. She coherent?
She was here what we're saying, but she's kind of, her speech is very slow.
She collapsed. It's a possible CVA. That's a stroke. It looks like it could be a stroke because her speech is slower than that, you know.
She only feel it in there. Left side. Okay.
Squeeze your hand there, can you?
Stick it. Yeah, keep your hands in. Yeah.
Now we have your
You have
bag
to
with
bring
you.
it to
Right,
hospital
don't be
there.
worrying at all. Can you squeeze that hand with all, can you? Yeah, okay, that's grand, that's grand.
Oh, grab it there.
Give your bag, alright, we just need to check you out, alright? She knows you now.
Just do it, look, see, it'll be a minute. Maybe had it clear, all the people are worried about you out in the street, you know. Listen, man, you're not able to walk. You wouldn't be able to make your way home. Squeeze that hand for me, please. You won't be long down here. Just let them check you over for me, will you, please? But you're not all right here. They're not going to keep you in. They're just going to check you to make sure you're okay to let you out. You're not all right. Well, that old lady, she didn't want to go to the hospital. She would be a genuine case, but the ambulance is there for cases like that. A lot of actually genuine old people don't like it. They always think that they're doing something wrong. They hate abusing the system.
Control from Delta 3-4 leaving the scene, over.
Where we going, Nobby?
The good weather coming in, the kids going on holidays, you get a lot of grass fires, or even up the mountains you get the gorse fires. Gorse fires now, you can last for days, even weeks.
Plenty of smoke there. Yeah, more than likely up behind the pub down there, the river now.
So you might get it up the canal, John. Oh, wait, let me have a look.
Road and Ballyfermot for me, please.
Put on your radio.
Any number there for
Yeah, that's what he do that. Jay, grass, is it? That's up with the sound and the smell of it. Could have been a piece of glass, cigarette from a train, anything. Jay, quite a common occurrence this time of the year. We've been lucky that it hasn't been terribly dry somewhere. Another great save with the DFB.
We're off to get another RTA down on Nicholl Street. Don't know how serious it is, but they're after requesting the ET as well.
the same.
How is she, Tom? Move it. Everything okay, yeah? Have you pain anywhere? Just your shoulder.
With the extra volume of traffic on the roads, there's an awful lot more crashes. It's bloody madness, this. Absolute madness.
So that you need and you think you want, just gives you a doubt.
Doesn't want to go to the hospital. Don't exactly know what circumstances are, but obviously there was a car crash, but she doesn't want to go to the hospital. The lady doesn't want to go to the hospital, you know. But I'm at the advising her to, you know.
she's fine other than that, you know. I think it's just a shock.
But she was reversing the car now?
She was reversing and she said she stopped.
Both drivers are okay. The driver of this car was more shaken than else with the fright she got. And the driver of the other cars out walking around. They both said they're fine, they both don't want to go to hospital, so they're just waiting on the guards to arrive now. They swap their details or whatever.
But we'll hang by. I'll just tell them we're going to stand by, yeah.
Smaller look there, Joe. That's it.
Yeah, so what we do is we disconnect the battery because I don't know whether it'll be safe or not.
Lift off the...
No,
just lift it off.
So many people round and round, they'd be stopping and have to have a look and that, you know. We never know what else could happen, so until we pass over to the guards, really, it's safer that we hang around and hand over to them, you know.
Joe, we keep an eye on you home, you want to go back.
So the 4 NID. 4 NID. 4 in the tandem.
3-4 to control, over.
4 ahead.
We're MAV now. Nobody wants to go to hospital. Over.
Here we go again. Jerry's having something to eat. I'm going out in the ambulance.
I suppose someone run over with a bus has to be the worst, you know. I mean, it's to see a person, a human being, you know, being flattened, practically flattened, you know. It has to be the worst thing ever. And you nearly know it really when you go to a crash, you know, because there's always signs. There's always people are not standing around close to the person. They're standing on the footpath, you know, and there's no one around. The person has been killed, and you say to yourself, "Oh, this is going to be bad."
The 3-4's in attendance. Hey Jim, what you got for us? Excuse me.
Then for the czar.
He
crashed on his bike. Look at his bike. Oh, mind his bike.
He's having trouble flexing the arm.
Left leg is very sore as well. Very lucky though. The helmet came off on impact. Braxton's go, he was very, very lucky. Let the dog see the rabbit, will you? Is that shoulder okay? We lower it down. Any back pain?
Left leg, left arm. The helmet came off when he hit the deck.
Dragging him. Right, Chip. Just a minute now. Just give us a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Got the 3-4 leaving the scene.
Delta 2-4 CD. CD Delta 2-5.
You weren't wearing gloves or a jacket or anything like that? You remember everything that happened? Anyone on the bike with you, was there?
CD Delta 2-5.
What day of the week it is, you remember where the accident happened?
That's the best thing there about having everybody trained and having the emergency ambulance service with the city. Is that, you know, if a fire engine arrives on the scene first, the care and attention that the casualty or client is getting is the same.
You know what day of the week it is?
So you're not pushing your way through or whatever else.
Control from that 3-2, we're closing down.
Closing down.
Three, two, back.
Well, I'll go home now and just have a small snack and I'll sit down there for the night and I'll look at the match.
Chill now.
Where are you on tonight? You want
tonight? I will, yes.
Where?
I'll probably go and watch the Liverpool United match.
Yeah, I'll be looking at that.
Down to the local.
Yeah.
Have a few pints.
Yeah.
Enjoy the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm heading home. That's another day done.
Who's covering you?
Yeah, he's got everything, Joe. Joe's gone and off me, hang on. Fair play to him. Yeah.
So that's that. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, please God. We will indeed. 9 o'clock.
Come look pretty now.
It's called clean-up time. Get all that city muck off it.
Heading home now. The end of another busy day.
I'll see you at another day. Thanks very much now for covering me. Paddy, yes. It's just gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
When your hometown Gaelic football hero puts one past the mighty Bayern Munich, what a feeling. And when you score a hat-trick in a cup final, what's the feeling?
I feel very well, I was surprised I got 3 goals.
It's the feeling you get when every pitch seems uphill.
Pushing rep, come on, man, get the break.
And when you miss a sitter, what a feeling. But when you don't, what a feeling. Get the Cork City feeling on City Life, Thursday, 10:15, RTE1.